Say you're wearing your favorite t-shirt at a braai only to find someone else you don't even know wearing the exact same shirt. That's what it feels like buying an SUV from a popular automaker nowadays. But what if I told you that you can enjoy the benefits of a lofty ride height and be different at the same time? Enter the Citroen C5 Aircross, the French SUV that nobody talks about. The model you see on screen is the 2023 Citroen C5 Aircross Shine. And in this video, we'll be having a look at its design, its interior and practicality, how it drives, and its price. Without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. From afar, the C5 Aircross is not exactly something you'd give a second look. But upon close inspection, you start to realize that you're looking at something special. Some elements which enhance the premium look of this car include the piano finish which stretches from the lights into the grille, 18-inch bi-color wheels, and black mirror caps with indicator repeaters. Some styling elements serve an actual purpose, such as these cutaways which make the car more aerodynamic, and these air bumps which prevent your car from getting unnecessary dents. However, some elements are just for show, such as these chrome look exhaust tips and the cutaways on the rear bumper. The quickest way to identify the Shine model is by looking for the roof rails and grey inserts on the air bumps. Overall, the Citroen C5 Aircross does enough to stand out in a crowded segment, and looks especially smart in this platinum grey paint job. But what are your final thoughts on the design of this car? Would you opt for the left-field Citroen C5 Aircross, or would you rather go for the more conventional Hyundai Tucson? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, please like, share and subscribe. Do all of those YouTube things, I really do appreciate it. Moving to the front seat, and I absolutely love how simple this cabin is. There are very few buttons to go around, leaving a clean minimalist design. I also appreciate the use of high quality materials by all critical touch points, such as the leather wrapping on the steering wheel and the soft leather where your elbows will rest. Behind the steering wheel you have a customizable 12-inch driver's display, and to your left you have a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Depending on how you're feeling that day, you have a choice of 3 colors for both displays, namely blue, red or brown. Personally, I prefer the blue. Below your air vents you find shortcut buttons for your infotainment system. While they're helpful for accessing menus that are hidden in the screen, it's difficult to remember where everything is placed without taking your eyes off the road. Down the middle you'll find your push start button, a very fancy gear selector, and this button over here changes your car into manual mode. In terms of practicality, you have 2 illuminated cup holders, 2 small spaces to put either your keys or your phone, a small glove box, and one of the biggest spaces I've ever seen under an armrest. To charge your devices, you can either use any one of these 2 USB ports or a 12-volt socket. The reason why you go out of your way to buy a Citroen is for its comfort, and these seats do not disappoint. They're electrically adjustable and are constructed using non-sag foam. Very nice. Overall, the driver's seat is a great place to be for daily commutes and an even nicer place for longer distance journeys. Moving to the back seat and sitting behind my normal driving position, space is not an issue. Legroom, knee room and headroom are generous. One thing that really stands out on this car is the 40-30-40 split bench, allowing for each rear occupant to adjust their seats however they want. For added practicality, you have pouches behind the front seats, small door bins and a singular USB port. My biggest complaint in here is the lack of an armrest and cup holders. In a car which puts comfort first, this is a massive letdown. Otherwise, I'm impressed with how spacious and airy this car feels, especially if you equip it with the only available optional extra, which is a 17,000 Rand sunroof. Moving to the boot and opening it is as easy as sweeping your foot under the bumper. Once opened, you have a best-in-class 720 liters. For added practicality, you have a light, a 12-volt socket, some hooks to tie down precious cargo, and these compartments which are famous in French crossovers. Under the boot, you'll find a full-size spare tire, and if you want more space, you can drop the rear seats for a total of 1,630 liters of space. Once you're done loading all of your groceries, you can close the boot by simply sweeping your foot under the bumper again. Under the hood, you'll find a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine putting out 121 kilowatts of power and 240 Newton meters of torque. Given these figures, this car is claimed to go from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour in 10.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 189 kilometers per hour. Fuel consumption is claimed to be 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers, and this is in line with other petrol SUVs of this size. Out on the open road, Citroen describes this car to have a flying carpet effect, and tell you what, they are spot on. This C5 Aircross is easily one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven. This is due to the combination of soft seats and Citroen's advanced comfort suspension system. I also love how soft the steering action is, as it makes the car more maneuverable in the city. If I had to complain about something in this car, it would be the engine-transmission combination. While you don't necessarily feel the gear changes, you can hear that the car holds onto a gear for too long. Perhaps the use of an 8-speed automatic transmission would have been a better fit for this vehicle. Maybe I'm pushing my luck a little bit over here, but I would have also liked to see a diesel variant as an option. Otherwise, it's an absolute pleasure to drive if you prioritize comfort over speed. So, what's the damage? When you buy a brand new 2023 Citroen C5 Aircross Shine similar to the one you see on screen, expect to pay a price of 683,900 Rand. If you finance that over 72 months at an interest rate of 11.75% with no deposit and no balloon payments, expect your monthly installments to be 13,300 Rand a month. Add 2 full tanks of petrol and your monthly cost should come up to 15,800 Rand a month. When you buy a brand new Citroen C5 Aircross, it comes standard with a 5-year 100,000 kilometer maintenance plan and a 5-year 100,000 kilometer warranty for stress-free motoring and peace of mind. So, what are my final thoughts on the Citroen C5 Aircross? It's definitely different from everything else in the segment. Unlike most of its rivals, it dials out any sportiness for space and comfort. If I could change anything about this car, it would probably be the transmission. But if you want a comfortable SUV and no awkward moments at your next pry, this might be the car for you. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, take care and stay driven. So guys, here's a genuine question. If you see someone with the same shirt as you at a braai, is that a conversation starter or do you just avoid all eye contact?